The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act was on the forefront of the Republican Party's agenda since day one and was successfully signed into law on December 22nd. Our Samantha Crawford sat down with Congressman Schmucker today to hear what he hopes this bill will do for his constituents and how it will reduce the national deficit.
I think it's a game changer. This is something that I talked about with people all across the district, both during the campaign and then during my first year.
As he celebrates his first year in office, Congressman Schmucker also rejoices the passage of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Supporters project the bill will move the nation's economy to the next level, and that started with lowering the corporate tax rate from 35% to 21%.
Business owners wanted a tax structure that allowed them to compete, allowed them to invest in their businesses, and allowed them to pay their employees more. They said that's what they were going to do, and that's exactly what we're seeing happen.
Representative Schmucker posted a list of nearly 40 companies who have already pledged to give employees bonuses and higher wages. But he says that's just the beginning. And the newest estate tax doubles the amount business owners can pass on tax-free. Now an impressive $11 million.
Farm has had to been sold or a business hadn't been sold. So rather than moving that farm or that business to the next generation, the tax structure itself, the estate tax, has prevented that. In some cases, this is an attempt to avoid that.
But some constituents are unhappy to hear that there is now a $10,000 deduction cap on state, local, and property taxes. Schmucker told us the idea behind this was to limit loopholes, often played by the extreme wealthy.
The average American doesn't pay more than $10,000 here in Pennsylvania, but some do. So there are some that are paying more than $10,000, so they could see a reduction in that deduction. But look at the whole picture. Almost everyone that looks at this sort of plugs in the numbers and compares it to last year, they're going to see a reduction in their taxes.
The standard deduction and child tax credit have also been doubled, and retirement accounts and deductions on student loans and medical expenses remain untouched. Schmucker told us a couple raising 2 children with an annual income of $70,000 could see $2,000 more in their paychecks, maybe as early as February. Reporting in Lancaster, Samantha Crawford, News 11.
Now, Samantha did make sure to ask Schmucker why certain individual tax cuts were temporary. He said they needed a 51 majority vote in the Senate, and that archaic rules stood in the way. However, he predicts that within the next several years, they will work together to make the relief permanent for all.